Hey, what is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the My Stock Journey channel. So, all the dividends that I will receive for the month of June are finally pending in my portfolio. I won't be getting any more, and I can kind of go in and finally see exactly what I got paid this month from dividends. So with that being said, I wanted to jump straight into the video, get straight into my portfolio. I think I had like 8 or 9 different companies pay dividends this month, some of those being monthly, some of those being quarterly, and it just lines up perfectly. And we'll go dive head first into what all I'm getting paid for the month of June. In 2020, what kind of dividends I'm getting paid out. A lot of these are going to be a little bit lighter than they should be, I guess, in a sense, because I have just been doing a lot of buying. And at the times of these ex-dividend dates, I didn't have as many shares as I do now. But that's totally fine. A lot of these companies I do own are monthly. So with that being said, it'll reflect next month the, increase in purchases that I've had. And so let's get straight into it. So we are here on M1 Finance, and as you guys know, as of now, I only actually own one stock on my M1 Finance account, and that was Stag Industrial. I've said it a lot of times in the past if you want to go check it out on why that's the only one I have left. But with that being said, Stag Industrial is a monthly dividend paying stock, meaning that they pay dividends every single month. And so with that being said, we can see here that for the month of June 15th, I received $7.66, and that comes from my holdings of, let's go all the way back out to my portfolio. And you can see I own 63.8 shares of Stag Industrial, which again, I think I said $7.66 every single month is what I get paid from them. And it's honestly really nice. The Stag Industrial is one of those stocks that I don't see going anywhere anytime soon. And you can kind of see like my average share price was $21.50. Their price right now is $29.10. So there has been massive gains made since I've purchased my shares. I spent about $1,372 on this company, and I'm currently sitting at $1,857, which is right under a $500 gain. So honestly, cannot complain at all. It's been a stock that's been doing very well for me, and they've always increased their dividends pretty much every single year. And so I'm excited to see the future, the growth that they make, and the continuation of all these dividends being paid out every single month. So we are here in the Robinhood account. Now, as you guys do know, my account value on Robinhood is probably somewhere around like 15, 16,000 right now. I'm not 100% sure. Market's been crazy. But with that being said, as you can see at the top here, that July 15th and July 1st are pending. So with that being said, that means I have no more dividends coming in the month of June. So if I do kind of just scroll like this, we can actually see what all I've gotten in June. So first up, we have Walmart. Walmart is a company that I've honestly had for quite some time now. And I've honestly, it's a very small holding in my position, but it's one that I'm actually pretty proud of. I actually kind of like it. I got in at a really good time around when this stuff started, and it's just really grown since then. So that being said, I can't complain. I know 54 cents isn't really that much, but at the end of the day, it's 54 cents more than I would have had anyway. So honestly, who cares, right? Next up, we have Aflac. I had 20 shares at the time of the ex-dividend date. Amount per share comes out to 28 cents per share. And so with that being said, that's $5.60 in a dividend for this quarterly payment for Aflac. So another one right there, Aflac's one that I think a lot of people honestly sleep on. I think it's very consistent, and we can actually go take a look. Aflac's just been constantly growing. And I feel like out of all the companies in the insurance sector, I feel like it's one that's definitely doing really well. Even during all this, they're trying to make their recovery here. But you can see it's just been very solid, consistent growth. It's not been the best year per se, but over the last 5 years, it's been doing really big things. And I think it'll continue to do so. I'm up $45 from when I bought my shares, and the dividend yield is 3%, which is pretty spot on for me. So can't complain. Next up, we have Atmos Energy. Atmos Energy is another one that I've just kind of really owned. I have a very small holding in it, but it's another one that I'm proud of, kind of like Walmart, just because I see them doing really big things over the future, and I'm going to continue to invest in them slowly, piece by piece, especially once this pandemic does kind of die down a bit, because I feel like it's not the biggest growing potential for your money right now, but I think in the long term, this is a very, very strong stock to own. And I'll just quickly go to it real quick. And you can see like they've been just constantly progressing, and that's absolutely beautiful. Even right now, they're still up 93% in the last 5 years, even with all this going on. At one point, they were up, 133% in the last 5 years, and I honestly don't see that changing at all. I think that uptrend, I think that just consistent growth is going to continue. And so with that being said, this is a very, very strong holding in my portfolio. I'm currently down on it. My average cost is $100.22, and that's about 50 cents under what it's at right now. Honestly, no biggie though. Dividend yield is not the highest, but it's definitely still something, sitting at 2.26%. Next up, we got my favorite company. Everybody knows it's my favorite company. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know I'll talk about this thing anytime I get, and that's Microsoft. Microsoft paid out a dividend of $1.53 to my portfolio. At the time of the ex-dividend date, only had 3 shares, and it's kind of the same situation as Atmos Energy. I feel like at the moment, Microsoft isn't going to provide the best returns in the short term. I feel like there's a lot of short-term profit to be made, and I feel like so many stocks are on sale right now that it makes more sense to put your money into those stocks that'll give you higher, potential in the short term, but in the long term, Microsoft is an absolute no-brainer for me. Super strong stocks, super strong management, super strong technology. Just everything about Microsoft is super amazing in my opinion. Even the growth, the consistency. And so with that being said, I'm very excited to get that little dividend from it. It's actually the first Microsoft dividend payment I've received, and I'm super happy about it. Next up, I have Main Street Capital. You already know about Main Street Capital in my portfolio. At the time that I had the ex-dividend date come around, I only had 61 shares, which kind of sucks. I wish I would have had the amount that I have now, which is 100 shares, but I can't complain. It is another monthly dividend paying stock. So next month, as we will see in a minute, is going to reflect that growth of portfolio. I got paid $12.51, meaning that had I only had 61 shares for the rest of my life, that means every single month I'm going to get $12.51, unless, they maybe raise their dividend or cut it by some odd, means or anything. But with that being said, that's probably my favorite. I would say Main Street Capital is my favorite dividend paying stock right now, like one of my higher yield dividend stocks. And if you do want to learn anything more about them, go to my last video. I think it was talking about 3 monthly dividend paying stocks and my favorite ones, and I talked a lot about that. I broke it down, went into analysis on them, so definitely go to my last video and go check that out. But yeah, so $12.51 from Main Street Capital. Okay, so next up we have Waste Management coming in at $1.09 at the time of this dividend being paid out. The ex-dividend date coming around, I only had 2 shares, meaning that at 54 cents per share, I received $1.09. Honestly, not the highest, not the lowest, somewhere in the middle. Waste Management is right on board with Atmos Energy and, those other stocks that I believe will do very well in the long run, but just currently they're not providing the best margins of growth. And so with that being said, I'm just investing little by little, collecting small dividends here and there, just letting it increase, drip, and everything like that. Last but not least, now this is actually interesting. This one's very interesting. I'm going to put my phone down for this one. So as you can see, Bank of America, $18 dividend. The crazy part about that is that I only just did a wheel cycle on Bank of America. I think I bought 100 shares at like $20 or something like that. I ended up selling it at $26 after like 6 weeks of doing selling call options. And it was just pretty much fundamental wheel cycle for me. I sold put options until it got assigned. I bought 100 shares. I sold call options at, a higher strike price. I kept doing it over and over and over and over again until one day the actual price of Bank of America caught my strike price. And, I had to sell it at 26. I think I made a profit. I made a $600 profit, or roughly a $600 profit off of the growth of the stock alone. And then in collecting premiums, I made like an extra $190, $180. But as we can see here, I made an extra $18 because at the time that the ex-dividend date came around, I actually owned, 100 shares. So at 18 cents per share, I made $18 extra, so that's almost like another premium. So I'm actually very, very happy about that. It's kind of cool. Like, I made money from the growth of stock, I made money from the premiums, and I made money from their dividends all in once. And so that was probably that means I made probably an extra about $750 roughly dollars than I would have made, just only owning Bank of America maybe, or, whatever. And so with that being said, I am definitely not complaining about that at all. I will take a quick look at these other 2 coming up. So I do have a Coca-Cola dividend payment coming up in July. This is one we'll actually talk about a little bit later, so I don't want to go too in depth about it. But one thing I did want to take notice of is Main Street Capital. As you can see, in June, I got paid $12.51 in dividends. But you can see since I bought 39 more shares, that went up to $20.50 every single month. Can I get a hallelujah? Anyway, but I am so happy about that. $20 a month, it may not seem like a lot, but in the, the long term, when I think about it, like, if I get an extra $20 a month, right now I drive a Camry, and so they get super good gas. So right now I fill up my tank for about 20 bucks. So that means every single month when it comes to my net worth, what I'm spending versus receiving, I'm getting a free tank of gas every month just cause, right? Not only that, Main Street Capital has grown exponentially. since I bought it. I think right now I'm up about $600 in that stock. So $600 in growth value plus $20 every single month for what I believe to be the next couple decades, because I believe it to be a very strong stock, shows the power of dividends. That blows my mind. I can't wait to the day I'm seeing $100 months in dividends, 200, 300, 400. That'd be amazing. And I definitely do believe we're going to get there one day. One day down the line, we're going to get there. We're going to be getting those $100, $200, $300 months. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep going, keep investing, keep being consistent, and keep our mind and eyes on the prize. And yeah, so that's my June 2020 dividends. I don't know exactly how much it is yet, but whenever I do the math, I'll definitely have it up on here, probably some cool little graphic or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video so much. I wanted to take a quick second. At the time I'm recording this, we are at 189 subscribers, 11 subscribers away from 200, and I feel so amazing. Like, I've only had this channel for about 7 weeks now, and the fact that within my first 7 weeks or my first 2 months, I'm pushing 200 subscribers just kind of shows me the potential, you know, and it shows me the possible growth that this channel can see. And, you know, the feedback's amazing. 20, 30, 40 comments every video just giving me feedback and talking to me and communicating, and it just honestly blows my mind. I started this channel just because I wanted to be able to go back and look at all the stuff I did at the time, you know, go back and rewatch these things just in case I want to, I don't know, just remember where I came from, you know, and I feel like that's super important. And, you know, I've learned a lot of lessons on the way and be able to document those lessons just to make sure I never forget them. But just to see the reaction I'm getting from the community and seeing all the good feedback that I get, it honestly just makes me feel so amazing, because I have a very hectic life. You guys know I'm an MMA fighter, so there's so much going on everywhere else. But just having this channel and being able to talk to you guys about my stocks and just be able to communicate with you all and get feedback and talk to people who think like me allows me to kind of slow down a bit and live my life outside of fighting. And I don't know, it's honestly changed my life. It's something that I feel like is going to be able to be a part of me for hopefully very long time. And yeah, so if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Let me know what you guys like to see, what you don't like to see. If you didn't like the video, hit that thumbs down, but don't only hit the thumbs down. Let me know in the comment section why you hit the thumbs down, you know what I mean? Go to the comment section, give me some feedback. If you want to see any videos of mine, some, you know, maybe an analysis of a stock I'm looking to get, a stock I'm really avoiding, definitely let me know in the comment section. I'll reply there always. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.